Welcome to the Odds Brothers Podcast, coming to you from the Bentley Sportsbook inside the new Southland Casino and Hotel. Follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. Today's show is presented by Bentley Online Sportsbook. Download the Bentley Online state-specific sportsbook app today from the Google Play or Apple App Stores. Now here are the hosts of the show, Moneyline Mark.
I'm not a smart man.
And Point Spread Shane.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
All right, not that funny.
Oh, yes, it is. That's a good way to start the show off with a little chuckle.
Welcome, everybody, to the Odds Brothers Podcast. We're coming to you live from the Bentley Sportsbook inside Southland Casino and Hotel. I believe we're on, episode 24 today?
Episode 24. You are correct, Mundo.
All right. Well, today, got another rendition of everybody's most favorite show or contest that you don't nothing about. That's the Pick Six. Got an average Joe in today. It's a repeat from one of the beginning weeks we've had, but since that video never made YouTube in time.
That's right.
Heard a lot of complaints, and he said, damn it, I want to get on with YouTube.
There's probably a reason
I
for
want
that.
everybody, I want everybody to see my beautiful face.
There you go.
Not really.
There it is. We'll see.
Not really.
Now, last week that didn't count. This man claimed to hit 5 of 6 games.
Yes.
I did. I sent it to you before the show started.
I seem to have lost that email. Sorry.
I figured you did.
Yeah, it's in
I scored 6 points last week. I just want that to be known to everybody.
Yeah.
I hit the lottery last week. I'm just doing this for fun.
Yeah. That email somehow got lost on Hillary's laptop somewhere, an email server.
I promise you, if I would have gone 0 for 6, it wouldn't have got lost.
Yeah, you're right.
That's right. See?
You're right. You know how this works.
That's it.
So you can tell Preston is a repeat guest when you hear that. All right, everybody. Before we get rolling in today, we got plenty of top 25 and, of course, the pro football action today to discuss and get over. We also have sweet treats and bad beats today, which I know a lot of people are starting to get a little bit of a following, believe it or not. Oh, would you forget to do that?
No, I do have it, but I don't have access to it.
All right. Well, welcome to the show.
I don't have access to it. What's wrong with my
He's shrinking in his chairs. We could go now.
It's his first day. It's his first day.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I guess it's time to tell them about some bets and stuff, right? So
Yes.
Go ahead and hit it.
How to get the bets. All right. So if you are your first-time better on the mobile app or on the website, we have a $250 risk-free first bet. Get up to $250 in free bets. If your first bet loses, you bet up to starting at $25, up to $250. The wager must be with the odds of -250 or greater. And if your ticket is a loser, you will receive your wager back in a free bet. And you can do that both in Arkansas or Tennessee.
Yes, and both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So set an account up here in Arkansas. We'll give you a risk-free bet up to $250. Go over to the Bass Pro parking lot, sign up for another account in Tennessee. Do it again.
That's right.
And I guess in theory,
you get $500.
you get $500 to play with. In theory.
In theory.
Now, you might hit both, and that's great. You'll get your winnings, and you don't need the risk-free. But just in case you pick like this guy, you're going to want to take advantage of all the risk-free bets you can handle.
I'm really proud of you for getting more than 2 last week, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It was a hard-fought battle because it wasn't even one of my locks, my favorite pick of the week. Wasn't even that.
It wasn't even that. And that was Tampa Bay last week, if I remember right, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Good old Tampa.
Against Pittsburgh.
Slapping it around.
All right.
Yeah, I won't have a bad beat or sweet treat. I can't get access to that file.
Well, I definitely got a bad beat for you then.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody that took New Orleans last week +3, and they gave up 10 points in 2 minutes and lost by 4.
And I believe that is what this guy over here that's telling you.
That's a personal bad beat. So I know it was there.
So the parlay
I
was
couldn't be the only one.
He needed New Orleans, and New Orleans said,
Not going to be able to do it.
That's right.
Get you out of there. All right, well, then no sweet treats and bad beats.
No sweet treats, bad beats
And
this
I
week.
really love the intro.
I know, me too.
Guy slapping his butt there at the end.
I know. It makes you giggle.
It does make me giggle a lot. All right, well, let's get into the top 25 action, I suppose.
All
Get that
right.
stuff ready to go. Not a lot, actually, this week compared to other weeks. Why? Well, you got a lot of
Why?
top-ranked teams finally playing
Each other, right?
And I don't know, we talked about this a little bit before we went on, Preston, but I'm finding each week, and it makes sense, but each week the lines are becoming a little more difficult to find ones that you really feel good about. And I guess that's primarily because, one, defenses, you get a lot more film on guys, especially in college. Defenses tighten up a little more, and those lines are no longer in the astronomical zone, and you're not playing cupcakes anymore.
Right. You're playing conference games, and those are always tough. So
Yeah,
it's a lot easier to pick somebody against Marion High School against Alabama versus.
Oh.
Well, it's funny you bring that up for the very first game we're going to talk about today. That's my beloved Iowa Hawkeyes traveling to the Horseshoe. Now, they got a week off, but so did Ohio State. So how did that work out? I would say Iowa's the more rested team, but that ain't going to – I don't think that would have mattered anyway had Ohio State played last week or probably today and then played again on Sunday or Saturday. But 29.5-point favorites, Ohio State is at home. The over-under of 49, which actually makes it seem like Iowa's going to score some points, which I highly doubt. But, Preston, Iowa and Ohio Sate, where are you at on that one?
I doubt it as well. I think Iowa's offense has been resting all year, I believe.
Yeah.
But their defense is good. It is good. And I don't like the line. I think the line's pretty close. I would if I had to bet it, I would probably take Iowa, to be honest.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the Ohio State, last time they played a good defense, they didn't score 28 points. So I feel like Iowa's defense could keep them close. And if they do get a garbage touchdown, they're not going to get anywhere. I got it at 28-0, probably. Maybe 35, but I definitely love the under of the game.
Yeah, no doubt. Mark, where you at?
Wow. I'm going to go with the, I want to stay employed, but I'm going to have to go with the Ohio State. I'm going to take that. I don't think I was going to score an offensive touchdown.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because
obvious.
I think they've only had 2 all year, so you're absolutely right there.
And remember what I say, Ohio State 6-0. What do I say?
Until they get beat.
Yeah, you're going to have to beat them.
Yeah.
So are you saying you're taking that line?
I'm taking the line. I'm taking Ohio State.
All right. I am barely too. I have
29.5.
I have 42-10 as the final score here.
Wow.
So Ohio State, I think, rolls it up early.
I'm just shocked that you said they're going to score 10 points.
Well, one of them's I'm hoping a defensive or a garbage time touchdown. You're right. That's my hope. And I feel bad because Iowa's defense is going to give it a good shot early on, but you got 66% of the money is taking Ohio State right now and laying those points.
That means your sportsbook will have a good one starting early.
All right, now, the next one, we have no line officially for this because they're waiting. We did look, and we're not going to say who, but there are a couple of books out there that have 38 points as the initial line, which I thought was really low.
I don't understand it.
So there's something either I'm not seeing in this game, Preston, but you got any initial thoughts if that line holds at 38? It seems like it's a no-brainer at that point, isn't it?
It seems like it just came out today, so I'm guessing it's going to rise up from here. I mean, UT Martin's 4-1, but I don't know who they've played. And I feel
Nebraska.
like at this point we're just trying to stay healthy. Obviously, I'm a Tennessee fan, and we've got Georgia coming up in a couple weeks, so I don't think our starters will play very long in this game. Maybe that's why they're saying 38, just to try to get through this game and stay healthy, because right now I think we have the front runner for Heisman, and I don't want us to get any kind of crazy thoughts with that.
I'm going Tennessee. I don't care what the line is. They're 6-0. They're playing nobody. I'm going Tennessee. I don't care what the line is today, tomorrow, right 1 minute before kickoff, during kickoff. I don't care. Tennessee.
So,
Going to take the inline game, huh?
what would I have to put for a line for you to actually consider Tennessee, Martin, Mark?
70?
Not going to be able to do it.
That's a little too much.
Yeah.
But I could see this line. I really thought when I didn't see a line, this was going to be somewhere in the high 40s, mid-50s, somewhere in that frame, I thought. Maybe even a 60 burger, depending on.
I don't know about that.
If they kept their starters in the whole time, it should be that way. But anyway, we won't spend a whole lot of time on it. But
What would you do? I don't want to hear no crying next week.
No, if it's 38, I'm taking Tennessee all day.
Without a doubt.
If it's
They may
42,
win that at halftime.
45, I'm taking Tennessee. Now, when you get into the 50s, I got to pause.
All right.
Because, to Preston's point, they're putting in cheerleaders in the fourth quarter.
Right.
I think the books would be smart to kind of steer clear of this, or you know what I mean?
I would.
From a sportsbook perspective, I definitely would.
Something sounds fishy about 38. They know something we don't.
I know Syracuse, speaking of something I don't know about, I would never have guessed they would have been undefeated or 14th ranked in the country at this point, but here comes a real test for them. They're going to be on the road to number 5 Clemson, also undefeated, so this will be interesting because Mark likes to play the until you beat me. I'm picking the team game. Well, here you are. Clemson is 13.5-point favorites. The over-under is 49.5, and right now, 65% of the money in America is taking the 2 tutties in Syracuse here. How do you feel, President?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And Syracuse squeaks by every game. Everything they've been in has been very, very close. And I think Clemson's offense is too much. I've got Clemson at minus 14. And I do like the under. I don't think the 49.5 gets there, but I don't think Syracuse scores any more than 10 points. So I'll take Clemson.
Yeah, with this being at Clemson, I'm definitely going Clemson. I know both teams are undefeated, and I was waiting for this to pop up for you to tell me that. But with both of them being undefeated, I'm definitely going Clemson. At Clemson, Clemson going to be tough to beat.
I've been a Clemson homer the entire year, as you know.
Homer.
I'll take the 2 touchdowns in Syracuse. I think Clemson wins this, but somehow I think there's I think there's a backdoor cover involved here. I just sense a backdoor cover.
Syracuse has got a good defense. I think Clemson's going to be too much for them.
Well, I do too. That's what I'm saying. It's one of those grinded out, and then their foot comes off the gas, and there's a late touchdown that gets it right in that zone where they cover, in my opinion. And maybe not, but Clemson's looked a lot better than Mark's given him credit for this year, so that's why I was a little shocked when he went over to Clemson's side. I think it's the first time he's picked Clemson outside of Georgia Tech game, I think.
That's right. And was I the only one to get Georgia Tech Clemson one correct? I think I was.
I wasn't on that show, sir. I don't know.
That was before video. So Cincinnati, they're 21st ranked in the country, a team that I still don't give a whole lot of credit for, but they're on the road for SMU this week. They're 3-3. 58.5 is the over-under. Cincinnati's favored by 3.5. I hate that half.
I do too.
Just if you know, though, don't bother America. 75% of the money right now on Cincinnati.
Well, I have it right here on my notes. Buy the hook. If you got a chance, buy the hook, because I think they win the game. They're only lost, Arkansas? First game of the year is their only loss so far. So I think they can cover it. I think they can win. But I would definitely try to buy the hook if I was there, because I just hate that 3.5, 7.5 are my worst two. I hate them.
What if your odds went from minus 110 to minus 220? Would you still try to buy that hook?
Yes. Because I'd rather win at minus 220 than lose at minus 110. I'm just saying. I do like the
great one.
And that G.I. Joe moment brought to you by Preston. Because knowing is half the battle.
I'm going Cincinnati. I think SMU being 3-3, I'm not even sure who the 3 losses were against. Don't care.
One of them was TCU.
Yeah, TCU, and that was a close game. That was within a touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So, Cincinnati.
All right, I'm going to keep that hook, and I'm going to take Southern Methodist there, SMU. Run, Pony Express.
There, well.
All right.
They'll be pumped up for this game. They don't get a whole lot of ranked teams showing up, and when TCU showed up, they played hard and fast. So
they did.
Cincinnati may squeak this out, but I'm not a Cincinnati believer at all. So maybe they'll prove me wrong for the 6th time this year.
What about that over-under? What are you thinking there?
58.5. I think I'm under on that.
Yeah, me too.
All day. Any other questions?
No, that's good.
All right.
I just want to make sure that when you lose this game, that you're losing both ways.
Oh, both.
He's taking extensive notes over there. I can see him.
Yes.
Anytime it's showing when you lose, he's taking extensive notes.
And then depending on Monday, I'll either hear a bunch of crap and he'll have he'll have that smile on his face, or he'll be dead silent.
Yes.
Or he'll call out, right?
Yeah. Can't do the show today.
I can't pull those notes up.
All right. Good game. I don't think it's the best game of the day, but should be a pretty good one. Number 7, Ole Miss, still undefeated on the road at LSU. LSU is favored by 2 points. The over-under is a Madden-like 68 here, Preston. Tigers.
All of their games have been Madden-like.
Yes.
I keep looking at it. I'm like, what? When did they join the Big 12? I don't understand. Death Valley's not as intimidating during the day as it is at night. And I think that Ole Miss, they keep squeaking it out somehow. I don't think this is any different. I've got Ole Miss winning the game, but I definitely have the over 68. I don't think either one of them can stop anybody based on the last couple of games they've played. So.
Oh, wow. You got the over, huh?
I do. I have the over.
All right, Mark.
I'm going Ole Miss because they're 7-0.
Yeah, and you got to beat them.
Got to beat them. Got to beat them. It's not tough to figure out. It's just not tough.
Well, I mean, you're doing pretty well in those this year, so.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I got Ole Miss getting 2 points.
Yeah.
Going to be a good game, though. I don't see a blowout happening either way. Ole Miss don't tend to blow anybody out anyway.
Right.
But
They squeak them all
legit. I think they're legit. The 2 times that LSU actually played a contender, they lost both of those games. I don't see how that changes all of a sudden because Ole Miss comes down. I think they're just overmatched this year.
Right.
UCLA, number 9. At number 10, Oregon. UCLA has been undefeated. Oregon had 1 loss. That was the opening game at Georgia.
Georgia.
I guess technically that was a neutral game site, but in any case, Oregon is laying 6 at home. The over-under, if you thought 68 was Madden-like, how about you like 72 points there, Preston?
You know what? I like the over in this one as well.
Good Lord.
I'll take the over 72. Yep. Look, they're going to run back and forth up the field. Oregon, for some reason, doesn't put anybody away. They let them stay close. So I will take UCLA plus the 6 points, and I do like the over. I think it's going to be somewhere up in the 42-38 range, somewhere in that area. So I'm going to go with all the points. I'm just going to enjoy watching the game.
I definitely think that that's a winner with UCLA getting 6.
Right.
They're undefeated, and they're getting 6.
They're undefeated and getting 6, so you are
UCLA
on that train, huh?
Yes, sir.
I've not been a big fan of Oregon all year. I think they're a little overranked, but here,
studying hard.
well, UCLA's only had 1 road. Here's where I'm going. I'd love to take Oregon. UCLA's only had 1 road game all year. That was the opener at Colorado, basically, and they haven't been on the road yet. And Oregon on the road is a pretty tough place to play. That 6 points, though, I think is almost exactly where this game's going to go out. So long story short, I'm going to take the home team here.
What?
Give UCLA their first loss and hopefully cover that 6 points, but I do not feel great about it. For those out there in America, UCLA actually is getting 65% of the betting action on this one.
I believe that.
But they have no defense.
Neither one of them have a defense.
Neither.
That's what I'm saying. Oregon lets
72.
everybody stay close.
I know, so that's what I'm getting, How can you pull away from somebody if you can't stop the other team from coming right back on you? We'll just see.
So what do you think about the 72?
Usually when these games happen and you have high-scoring teams, they don't materialize, but that's more NFL than college.
Right.
I think this is a 45-42 game. I think it goes over, which is why I'm probably going to be wrong on one half of the equation, so I'm splitting my bets. I am splitting them, baby. All right, number 20, Texas, 5-2. They're on the road to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State lost a tough one last week. They had TCU
They did.
pretty much around the neck.
The whole time.
About to put the chokehold on him, and then just like Hulk Hogan, he battled out of it and ended up doing the leg drop, and TCU came back and won.
I didn't think you liked wrestling.
I didn't. I just remembered back in the day when I did like wrestling. Those are that's the kind of stuff.
This is Memphis, man. It's like when Jerry Lawler takes the strap down.
That's right.
Yeah. So Texas, though, on the road, Oklahoma State is almost a touchdown favorite here. 6.5. The over-under is 61, Preston.
I will take the home team. I'm going to go with Oklahoma State. Honestly, I think they got a better team, and Texas does not play well on the road. I know they lost earlier in the year to Texas Tech on the road in a close game. I think that Oklahoma State's better than Texas Tech, so I'll take the points and the home team, and I do like the over 61. Unless Texas defense shows up like they did against Oklahoma, I think that both of these teams are in the 30s, maybe 41, 35, something like that. So, but I'm going to take Oklahoma State.
All right, Mark?
I'm confused on, is there any injuries on Oklahoma State that would cause them to be the underdog?
No, they just think that Texas got their quarterback back, so now they're supposed to play better than they have been.
I'm going Oklahoma State. I picked them last week. They worked out for me. Picking them again this week.
Yeah, they were getting points last week, if I remember right.
Yeah, getting points this week,
Yeah,
too.
this week, too. At home this time instead of on the road.
Yep.
So I do, too. I got Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State wins this game outright.
I do, too.
I think they feel bad about last week, and they're at home, and so I think they'll be pumped up. But I will take points in this one. But I wouldn't mind throwing a little extra on the money line just to see if I can double
sprinkle
hit it. Interesting point here is everybody agrees with us, I think, for the most part. 69% of the money is Oklahoma State. So they're all smelling something in the water.
And we all think the same. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That, you know what that means?
Not gonna be able to do it.
Scratch that one out. Nobody's head will be on that side.
Boston College not having a great year. They're 2-4. They're at Wake Forest, 13 in the nation. They're 5-1. We got a big line here, 20.5 points. Wake Forest has been favored by the over/under is 61 there, Preston.
Alternate spread alert. Alternate spread alert.
Oh,
You're going
no.
21?
No,
Oh.
man, you could take Wake Forest minus 28 in this game. They're going to blow Boston College out. Their defense is terrible. I think Wake still
Blowout
feels
alert.
like they have something to prove.
Blowout alert.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah,
need.
it's definitely a blowout. I've got it probably 45-10. Something like that. I think it's going to be a big scoring game for Wake Forest. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close.
All right, Mark.
I'm going Wake Forest. 20.5 isn't enough for me to get off of them. Go
Yep.
Wake Forest.
Wake Forest. Make it a three-way here. 75% of people in America agree with us.
Hey.
They're taking Wake Forest, although I don't see an alternate line here of 45 that Preston's saying.
I just said 28.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had 7
must have
points to the
misheard
line.
you.
Give me a little extra money on my bet.
I wrote it down. All right, local team, Memphis.
Yeah.
They're 4-3. They're a touchdown underdog at Tulane, 6-1. I gotta admit, I didn't see this coming, but welcome to the rankings, Tulane. Over under a 56.5, which off the surface seems a little low to me. There, Preston. What do you think?
And don't let the 4-3 record fool you.
Well, I'm not.
They choked the end of the year or the end of the game at Houston, and they choked off the end of the game last weekend at East Carolina. I think Memphis is just as good at Tulane, if not better. I'll take the 7 points and take Memphis on the road. It's only a 5-hour drive from here. It's not that big of a.
What?
An away
You're
game.
taking Memphis?
I am taking Memphis.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm going
And I think
Tulane.
it goes way over 56.5.
I agree that it goes over. I'm going Tulane with the 7. That's fine. They're at home. I think
but a home game at Tulane is
not much.
not much.
No.
Right.
Don't
but
they
I don't
play-
think Memphis is as good as people are giving them. Who
Don't-
Tulane beat?
Oh, I don't know who Tulane beat.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Okay.
No, they beat Kansas State if you were talking about them, and they're ranked. So, I mean, there is a ranked team on their resume. Just for instance here, I mean, right now it's 60% of the money's on Tulane, and that's where my money will be. I'll lay the 7.
Yeah.
I don't
Preston's
feel
on the ship on his own.
Well,
That's okay. Give me the
yeah,
home team.
I don't feel good about that one, but I'm going to do it. By
Give
the
me
way,
our home team. I should re-say that. Our home team. Give me that. Like I said, they should be 6-1 as well. There should be 2 6-1 teams. Those 2 losses Memphis had, they had the game the whole way and gave it away. So
Oh, this must have been one of those shots where the 6-1 must have been the same thing as his picks from last week.
it might have been. I know I forgot this, by the way, for everybody in there going, hey, where was the money on in the LSU Ole Miss game? It's right now basically 60-40 LSU.
Okay.
Brought it back- yeah. Betting the Tigers for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah.
they looked good last weekend, but
All right.
they didn't look good against Tennessee.
They didn't. Mississippi State, they took it on the chin a little bit. They're at Alabama, and you know Alabama's got to be pretty pissed
Oh,
off,
my gosh.
Paul. We're
You're
pissed
welcome.
off, Paul.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks to the volunteers. By the way, those goalposts ought to make it almost all the way down through Alabama by now. Where's that river flow to? But in any case, Alabama 3 touchdown favorites here, guys. Over under a 60.5.
And look, here's what I got. Saban hasn't lost back-to-back regular season games since 2007. So I don't think this game, I mean, average margin of victory after a loss since he's been there is 24, and
Oh.
Mississippi State is terrible on the road.
Look at Preston pulling out some
I know.
stats.
Yeah, I
he
pulled
did.
some stats for you. I think this goes way
Jeez.
over the 60.5, and I think that Bama wins it by 35.
Oh my goodness.
No, don't write that down. I'm still taking the 21.
He was afraid you're writing it down.
Yeah, don't write it down. Just,
Oh, man.
that's my guess. 35.
I don't need to write that down. I'll know where to mark it in the video. We'll see if it goes.
I'm going Alabama. I think the last game getting beat, and then the game prior to that barely winning. I mean, they got a lot of pent-up aggression that I
And
think
at
they're
home.
going to take out at home against Mississippi State. I agree. I think Alabama blows them out.
Yeah.
There's something wrong in the air with
Oh, no.
Alabama. I'm not sure where it is, but that defense is not great.
Yeah, it's not a Bama defense, and they're making stupid mistakes. That guy touching that punt last week was
I know.
the most boneheaded thing I think I've ever seen on a Saban team.
Now, it is an SEC team, for crying out loud. This isn't Wagner or Wofford or Bethune-Cookman or something crazy. I'm going to go ahead and take the 3 touchdowns of Mississippi State. I still think they get beat, but I think they move the ball enough on Alabama that they keep it at least interesting enough to watch. I don't foresee a 42-10 or some crazy score like that. I don't.
So you like the over as well, then?
Well, yeah, I mean, I I do like the over, but I don't think it's much. I don't think this is 70 or 80 points scored. I think this is like a 38 to 24 type of game, something along that line, if I had to guess. And that keeps me within my 21.
I think there's a lot more points scored than that.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, well, give me 35, and I'll take Mississippi State. Heads up for you. You want to give me 35?
No.
All right, just checking.
I'd rather pull out the Bentley app for 21.
All right, 65% of the money in Alabama, by the way, so it's nobody's sweating that one, evidently, out in betting land there. All right, Minnesota Golden Gophers, 6:30 game. They're on the road to Penn State. Penn State kind of got dealt with last week by Michigan. 5-1 on the year. Penn State's only favored by 4, though. At home, over-under is 44.5, which lets you know you're in the Big Ten now.
Yep. Yeah, and Penn State just their defense got beat up so bad last week. I think Michigan had over 400 rushing yards on them, something like that. It was some crazy stat. And Minnesota's got one of the best running backs in the country. But
Uh-oh, there's a but here.
There's a but
There's
here.
a but.
Minnesota's extremely one-dimensional. And I don't think that they'll just be able to keep running the ball, because I feel like eventually Penn State will jump in because they know they can't throw the ball. So I do have Penn State -4 at home. I think they're doing the whiteout game or something like that, so that will give them some more energy from the crowd. But I do like the under. I think both teams are going to try to run it, and I think it's probably a 24-10 or something like that game. It's going to be low scoring.
Yep. Mark?
Wow. For a second there, he kind of did a little rope-a-dope because I thought he was going to go with the Minnesota. But he ended up doing a little
Got
rope-a-dope.
him.
And I'm going to go with Penn as well, so Penn State. Giving up the 4.
So we're all on Penn State, it looks like, because I think that 4 is low. I'd probably put an alternate line at I'd probably give up 8 to 10. Don't write that down.
Let me write that down. I was just about to.
Oh, you can write that down, but you can't write down the bad beat, Duncan?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you got ink in that pen, sometimes you don't.
That's right. Darn it.
7 o'clock game, Kansas State. They're 5-1. They're at TCU, who escaped. Now they're undefeated, so I know where Mark's going with this.
You got that right.
Here's that line I hate, TCU -3.5. There's the hook, the over-under of 54. They're, what do you think?
Ugh. I've been against both of these teams all year. I haven't been on either one of their bandwagons. Just a fun fact for Mark on this one.
Oh, here we go.
You know that Kansas State is the only team without an interception this year?
Till this game.
That's what I feel. But their quarterback, this is why I wanted to bring it to you.
Huh.
You know where he transferred in from?
Oh, no.
I do.
He
Nebraska.
did.
I do. I want to answer that.
Answer it.
Nebraska.
So
I didn't even know he's still eligible to play football.
no, I thought he's been playing for the last 12 years.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, I guess TCU, I got to be a believer now. They've won 3 ranked teams in a row. This is probably going to be their 4th one. I'll take TCU. I think they finally get to old Adrian Martinez and start causing some
Issues.
problems for him. And I think TCU at home, after escaping those last couple games, will blow this one out.
Sweet.
All right, Ma.
Yeah, TCU. No, there's not.
I knew.
3.5. That's not even enough for me to think about it.
Yeah.
TCU.
Until he couldn't take. If anybody's ranked or undefeated versus somebody that's got even 1 loss, Mark's going to be like,
Not gonna be able to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
he's going to take it. I've got TCU too. I'm going to lay the 3.5.
Oh, yeah.
I think this game is easy over all day.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder what my problem is. 54 in a Big 12 game?
Oh.
Well, especially when they scored 44 last week all by themselves, right? TCU?
Yeah. And Kansas State's defense ain't that stellar. I mean,
No.
they're okay. I'm not going to call them bad, but whatever. All right. Game of the week that won't be seen. Nebraska 3-4 against the bye week, who's undefeated at 7-0.
I don't understand it. The 14. I like the hook right here. I'm going to take Nebraska, plus the 14.5. Yeah, the bye week. I mean, I don't understand how they're so good. It just seems like their defense just ain't even on the field when they're playing.
Oops. I don't know how that got there. I don't know. Here's what I think. I think that Nebraska's currently ranked 77th, and that's real. And they will drop without even playing.
Oh.
Hence the dookie emoji.
All right. So, on that last game, Kansas State actually garnering 66% of the money so far.
Kansas State
odd
is?
enough. Kansas State is, yeah.
Everybody likes the hook.
And in this one, in the Nebraska game, 99.8% of the money's on the bye week.
Yes.
I'm the only 2% or
You're the only
0.2%.
0.2%. Oh, this just in. Nebraska lost, Preston.
Oh, God.
Already 0-1 for the week.
Again it happened.
All right, that's your college football top 25 action, some analysis, have some fun with the games. Keep in mind, you can bet those right here at the Bentley Sportsbook. Our kiosks are open 24 hours a day. Our our counters, retail counters, mutual windows, all those years of racing.
Yeah, that's right.
They are going to be open 9 o'clock on the weekend. So Saturday, Sunday, come on in and get all your action in. You got stuff to do. You can go home and do your yard work, watch your games, or you can stay right here, plant your butt in one of the seats in our sports bar. Plenty of TVs, big screens for you to watch. Plenty of ice-cold beer, plenty of food.
Food's right. The pizza. Come get some of that pizza.
The pizza's great.
Yeah.
Pizza's great.
Just get here early.
Sit
coming
back.
up at 10:45, trying to make your 11 o'clock game bets is probably not.
Yeah. That's bad. And on Sunday, you're coming in at 11:50, trying to get that bet in at noon.
Or
Hang on a
11,
second.
Yeah,
Not gonna be able to do
There
it.
it is.
probably
Get
not
here
gonna be able to do it. Or you can get the mobile app and you get the
That's right.
risk-free first bet, and you can do it right there, not standing in any lines
You
anywhere.
don't even have to get up.
That's right.
You
If
can sit
you
right
live
there,
over
eat
here.
your pizza, and make the bet.
Yeah, yep.
You don't have to live over here. As long as you're over here, you can make the bet. You can have an address in Tennessee. You just got to be physically here.
All right.
Yeah.
Or just sign up for the Tennessee app if you live in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Guess what? You don't have to go a damn place. But right to your
Yeah, we
couch.
want you here buying some food.
Unless you live in Mississippi.
The atmosphere is great here.
Yes.
Seriously, so if you want to watch a game, let's do it. All right,
All right.
where are we at next here, Tiger?
You want to go to the
Football.
football?
More
Or you
football.
want to do the NCAA promo?
No, let's go ahead and do some NCAA promo. You ready?
Hang on.
Yeah, that's not
We're
it.
ready.
How about that one? Go ahead.
There you go. All right. So we have a new promo on the Bentley app. 100% parlay insurance for college football. So let's see, what does this all entail? Place a $5 to $30 parlay wager of 2 legs or more with a minimum odds of minus 250 or greater on any week 8 college football games. I do believe, did they say that this is going every week?
They'll have something, I think, every week.
Every week,
on this
yeah.
one.
If your bet settles as a loss, you will get 100% back of your wagered amount as a free bet. So, you can make that $5 to $30 wager on Nebraska.
I need to take advantage of that.
I wouldn't already know the score of that game, Preston. Trying to save you from a loss.
No.
It's risk-free. I get my money back anyway.
Oh,
Doesn't
you do?
matter.
That's right.
There
It
you
is.
go.
$5 to $30 anyway. I wonder if you could double up. You probably can't.
No.
Your first bet being also a college football 2 legs or more? Probably not.
Probably not. No.
You can do it. You can do it on both sides of the river.
You
though.
could.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick's crazy with his marketing budget, but I don't know he's that nuts.
He might be.
Yeah, he might
He'd be like, hey, let's do a Nebraska promo.
Oh, my goodness.
What do you think
Well,
that would be like?
It's the bye week.
It'd be a terrible promo because I don't think they'll win another game this year.
Well, that Iowa game might be tough. I got to admit.
Well, that Iowa game will be a snooze fest. It should be on Thursday Night Football.
Coming soon, Amazon's got
That's
the rights
right.
to it.
That's right.
All right, let's take a look at the recap last night. We actually had some scoring there. The Saints and the Cardinals. Saints were 1.5 point favorites. In some books, 2.5 in others.
Yeah.
44 was the over-under, so Arizona almost got that by themselves. Thanks, Andy Dalton.
Yeah, we have-
42-34 was the final there. Any thoughts there, Mark?
Yeah,
on
we
it?
have 47 for the over-under because we did the line super early. So that
Oh.
did change from 47 over-under down to 44.
And that was the wrong way to go.
Yeah, right.
And as you see by the double heads there, we had that one early on Monday, I think is when we picked it, Monday.
Yep.
So,
We gave 2.5 back in that day.
Yep.
Do you know who the happiest man in America is right now? Jeff Bezos.
Oh, you got some scoring finally?
Yeah, he couldn't take another snooze fest on Thursday Night
That's
Football. He's
true.
going to lose all of his rankings.
According to his announcers, they were loving it. They're like, oh my gosh, a touchdown. What's that?
Right.
Yeah, interesting how much different that offense looked with DeAndre Hopkins back in, which
Yes.
he's a good player, don't
Right.
get me wrong, but there's still fundamental issues with Arizona as a team. Still a little bit. Keep in mind, 14 of those points were pick-6 returns.
What's
so-
up with the quarterback yelling at the coach there? I mean, see that on the sideline?
That's it.
Yeah, I
A
saw
little
the reports on
immaturity
it this
showing.
morning, and then they turned around and tried to downplay it, obviously.
Yeah.
But there are problems brewing in the desert. I would not be shocked to see Kingsbury fired after the season's
You
done.
think
somewhere.
so?
I think so. It's not working, man. And they're not getting any younger, really.
Right.
And I don't know, salary cap issues are going to start rearing their head. I forget how long Hopkins has on his contract. Murray just signed one. Got no running back. Defense is a shambles. And he continues to want to play that air raid offense. It just ain't working in the NFL.
Now, after watching a little bit of the game last night, I think that Benjamin is probably a better running back than James Conner is.
Probably at
I'd
this
stick with
stage.
him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, probably at this stage I would.
Yeah, it only took about half a quarter or the first half for a Hopkins to get synced back up with his quarterback.
Yeah.
Well,
Because that second half, some of those catches were on point. It's like, wow. Now, first half, no. I mean, when the ball hits him in the face mask.
oh, when they're playing, they're exciting to watch.
Yep.
But they have had a lot of miscues early in the year.
All right.
All right, well, there was your
Here we
Thursday
go.
night game. We hit that one at least, huh?
Yeah.
Keep in mind this week as we go through our picks here, Buffalo, the Rams, Minnesota, and your Eagles, Preston.
Yeah, my Eagles.
All bye weeks this week.
Not that they needed it, but
Not that they needed it.
Well,
they're going into it undefeated. Got to feel good.
it just hurt my fantasy team, that's all, because I got a lot of players from those teams on that.
yep, that's the downfall.
All right, well, hopefully you'll make up with some players on this one. Detroit Lions 1-4 are at the Cowboys. Dak Prescott is expected to come back from his injury and play in this one, start this one. Dallas, the odds makers took a look at that and said, you know what, we're going to make him a touchdown favorite, which I'm a little leery about. But the over-under of 49. Right now, Detroit's 3-2 against the spread, and Dallas is 4-2 against the spread this year. Preston, what do you got?
Are you leery about the 7?
I don't. I mean,
I would play this on the alternate line.
what's the alternate
Give
line?
me the
Moneyline?
Cowboys minus 13.5.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm an Eagles fan, so you know I don't say that lightly. It kind of makes me throw up a little bit to say it, but
I don't
Detroit
know.
has the worst defense in the league. And
do.
with Dak coming back and trying to get synced back up, I think they're going to let him kind of open up and figure out where he's at. So I think that
That's funny.
I definitely think they're going to win this by double digits.
I think this is reverse psychology playing in there. Preston's going, you know what? I can't lose this. If I say 13.5 and they win, blowing them out, I win. And when they lose, as an Eagles fan, I win.
That's right.
So he's playing a game of I win. What do you got, Mark?
I've got the Cowboys. The only thing I don't agree with is I don't think Dak should be playing. I think they should send him again. There's no reason for him to come out. They're going to win without him. Let him rest that hand. You got to have that hand healthy.
Well, here's the thing. And I would agree with you normally. By the way, I got Dallas. I'm going to take the 7.
Write that down.
And I think this game goes over. But most of it will be Dallas late, and then they'll rest some people, and Detroit gets their little garbage 17 points in the fourth quarter stuff. But I want to see Dak play, because if he doesn't look good early, there's still time to salvage by putting Cooper Rush in against this kind of team in defense and win it. If you were to play in the 49ers or something, you get down 17 to them and put Cooper Rush in, you're not coming back from that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
against Detroit, you have a chance to, if he's not looking good, he's sailing balls, he doesn't seem to have the velocity on the ball, stuff like that, there's still time to change against this team at home and pull a game out.
Just not worth the injury, because it's not going to take much to hurt that hand again, because his grip pressure isn't quite there. It's not 100%. I don't even know if it ever will be.
I want to know how you know how his grip is doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We're like
injury
this.
news. DeAndre Swift will be back in this game, too.
He'll be in for about a quarter and a half. He'll be right back out.
I mean,
That's how he works.
At least he's coming in.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
least coming in. Right now, though, America's split 50-50. There's no
50-50.
clear-cut favorite on who's America's money's on right now.
I mean, Detroit can score points. They're 1-4, but they've scored a ton of points in those 4 losses. So,
But you know what happened when they played a defense for the first time in their life? New England.
yeah,
Blanked. On the road. Blanked by
Yeah.
New England.
Yeah,
Dallas, as long as they don't mess around, ought to be able to put the clamps on them, too.
I agree.
you would think so.
Goff won't have time to throw to his guys.
No.
All right, Atlanta Falcons, the Dirty Birds are on the road to the Cincinnati Bengals. They're both 3-3, so this is a pivotal game for both here. Cincinnati just under a touchdown favorite here, over under 47.5. Oddly enough, and Mark will love this, Atlanta's undefeated against the spread.
I knew he was
6-0.
going to bring. I knew Mark was going to bring that up. You didn't give him a
Absolutely.
chance.
Cincinnati is 4-2, so they're not too shabby either, Preston.
Honestly, I saw a turning point last week with Cincinnati. They've not looked good all year until the second half of that Saints game, and then
It's the Saints.
they finally started to look like they were supposed to on offense. I mean, I guess I still don't understand Atlanta. They come out and they just play great, and they're not supposed to with Mariota as quarterback. But I'm going with Cincinnati at home, and I'm taking the over.
All right.
Boy, you know I'm going Atlanta.
I know
You know
are.
why?
Until somebody says they're not covering the spread, he's going to keep picking them.
Until they get beat. Yes,
they
by
get
the spread.
That will be this week.
Yeah.
See, I had a little bit of different. I had originally I was going to go with Cincinnati, and then after last night's game, I went ahead and took Atlanta in the 6.5. So that's my official pick here.
All right, let me get that down here.
I think the game does go over that 48, but I thought with you, oh, man, they looked real good in the second half of that Saints game. And then I watched Saints just go ahead and let Arizona score the most points they've scored all year.
Yeah.
And granted, 28 of that was offensively, though.
Yeah.
I mean, still, you let Arizona hang 28 offensively on you. I don't know if Cincinnati's turn. That offensive line is not as good. I just think it allows Atlanta to hang around. And you give me a touchdown in an NFL game, probably, I'm going to go ahead and take a chance there.
I gotcha.
It's one of those that's not an official pick for me. I don't feel that great.
So you want to buy the hooks, what you're saying?
I would push it to 7, and then I at least hopefully push in the worst-case scenario in my mind. All right, Colts, 3-2-1. They're on the road to the Titans, 3-2. Tennessee's coming off a bye week. Tennessee's favored by 2.5 here. I do like the hook in this case. Over under 42.5, and 3-2 against the spread for the Colts, or 3-3, I'm sorry, and 3-2 for the Tennessee Titans there, Preston. To me, this is a good old divisional game.
I just still don't understand the Colts. They look great one week, and the next week they, get shut out. Their offense, they can't stay healthy at running back. They've been playing a merry-go-round with running back so far this year. And I just feel like the Titans have the better control of the game when they're playing. So I'm going to take the Titans at home. The 2.5's fine because, I feel like the field goal is probably where it's going to be. Maybe a touchdown. But I do think the under is going to hit. I don't like the 42.5.
All right, Mark?
Yeah, I think the under is a good one, too. But I'm going to go Tennessee because I think they just run the ball. Just run it. I don't know if the Colts can stop the run, so just run the ball.
Yeah, I know Jonathan Taylor's supposed to come back. I don't know how effective he is. Those ankle sprains are a little rough to come back. Takes a little bit of time, so I'm going to take Tennessee minus 2.5 as well. I like Preston's call on the under because there's going to be a lot of running, I feel, in this game. Tennessee's also had a bye week and a lot of rest and a lot of time to prepare for this game. I think it's going to show up.
A lot of time to get Derrick Henry just.
Oh, he's juiced up. And Mark did make a point I didn't think. The Colts haven't been all that great against the run this year. So, and Derrick Henry's a beast of his own.
We're 3 games in on the NFL, and you and I have agreed on all 3 of them.
I know.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Not good for you.
Although last week, I don't know if you heard, Preston.
Yeah.
Like his pick 6 were the ones he sucked at. Every other game he went amazing at.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then the week before, he took the Giants live, and then when he did his his picks, he picked the Packers.
Yeah,
I watched that too.
That's an old person moment there.
Oh my goodness!
I saved that clip on YouTube just for you. Just next time you make a good pick, I'm going to show you that one again.
Speaking of saving a clip here, the Packers.
This is a game.
On the road to the Washington Commanders. Commanders expected to start Taylor Heineke at QB this week. Green Bay's a 5-point favorite on the road. Over under a 41.5 here. 2-4 against the spread for both teams. So this makes this game just incredibly tough to try to pick a side.
I don't even like looking at it on paper.
Yeah, it makes
cheeseheads against the toilets. I've got to go with Green Bay.
You got to go, huh?
Got to go. I mean,
all right.
I just don't. I think Washington's defense is not very good. I think Aaron Rodgers, even if he just gives the ball to nobody but A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, just keep giving it to them, and I think you can cover the spread.
All right.
So,
Mark?
This game I would stay away from if I was putting any money on it, but since we're doing a little pick game here with this, I'm going to go ahead and take Green Bay. I'm not confident in that pick because you just don't know who's showing up for the Packers.
Right.
And then I'm not a commando team either, so
I promise it's not going to show up on my pick 6.
yeah, mine either.
All right, well, I got down here. I'm going to take the Commanders with Heineke.
Oh my God!
I don't think they win this game, but I think they play a little better. Heineke's more mobile to me. He still throws his share of mistakes, but I think this injects a little bit of juice into their game. And here's the one thing I'll tell you.
Please tell us.
I think now, with Heineke in there, they're going to run that Brian Robinson a lot more, and Green Bay's run defense sucks.
I
can't
cannot
stop
believe
anybody. Bryce Hall, Breece Hall, Reese's Pieces. It just seems amazing to me that their defense always pegged to be good, but they can never stop the damn run year after year. They've never seemed to address that. But the guys that they take in the draft or whatever, they're good run stoppers. That's why they brought them in, and they just haven't been able to do it.
No, Saquon ran all over them the week before.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, Green Bay is probably in full-fledged desperation alert, so Aaron Rodgers will probably figure out a way to win this game, but I'll take the points and hope that at least Washington covers here. Right now, if you're just looking, 53% of the money's on Washington.
Wow.
Even with all the cheeseheads in America, 53%. That, to me, was amazing because usually you find those favorite teams, and they always garner a lot of betting interest. And oddly enough, the Falcons and Bengals right now are 53% Falcons. So I didn't say that last night. In the Colts and Tennessee game, that one was kind of amazing to me. What do you figure that one was?
Titans are probably at 80%.
No, Colts are 60.
What?
I know. That's what I'm saying when you're looking and picking. Not that everybody's right in America just because it's a majority, where the money's going. But I just thought it was amazing when I saw that, and I forgot to say it, that the Colts are 60% of the bets are on them right now.
I can't believe
I bet 60% has been on the Colts all year long. You see how that's worked out for them.
No, yeah, that's probably true.
Everybody keeps thinking they're better because on paper they are better than a lot of teams they've played. They just don't play that well.
I can't believe that you're actually picking
The Commodes?
the Commodes. All those Washington fans, you gotta save this clip.
Well, I'm doing the Preston, right?
He can't lose. If they lose, he wins.
Oh, yeah,
and the best case scenario is they lose, but by 3.
Uh-huh.
And then
he
I win
wins
both
both.
hands.
Yeah.
I win both. I get the bet, and the Commodes still lose.
Well, Dallas still has to win.
The only thing I like about that game is the over. I think the 41.5 is low.
Yeah, you're probably right on
I
that.
think it goes over that.
All right. Next game, Buccaneers.
All
Talk
right.
about somebody that's being pissed off. They're at the Carolina Panthers, who are in full tank mode.
Yes,
They just
absolutely.
Traded Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers.
Who they got left?
A couple of their best defensive players are hurt. They're not going to play as well, and they shopped Robbie Anderson, got rid of him earlier. Not that he was really good, but you can tell.
He played a couple plays last night.
Yeah, they're in full-fledged tank mode. So Tampa Bay, after getting beat and embarrassed last week, they're 11-point favorites on the road with an over/under of 40.5. Both of them stink against the spread so far this year. 2-4 for the Bucs and 1-5 for the Panthers.
Right along with their record.
Yeah. What do you got?
I like Tampa Bay. Obviously, Carolina's given up. The happiest people in America right now are the ones that drafted Christian McCaffrey because San Francisco is a landing spot for your starting running back is a fantastic spot. He's probably going to win a lot of people's league for doing that. But, yeah, I don't think Carolina's trying to score anything. They don't care about winning. They don't care about anything, and I think Tampa Bay covers this easily.
What do you feel in the over/under?
I'll take the under.
You think the under?
Yeah,
So all Tampa Bay and no Carolina.
Yeah, I figure it's going to be probably 28-0.
Okay.
Tampa Bay. I feel like they.
Or 28-3, something crazy.
Yeah, they're not going to score.
All right, Mark.
If Tampa Bay can't win this game, even by 11 points, they should do the same thing Carolina's doing. Just start dumping people. Just dump people. Start with Tom Brady.
Send him back to his wife?
Yeah, send him back to his wife. Just take him out. I mean, easily. They should win this easily by 11.
I agree.
And if they don't, hang it up.
I do too. I got Tampa Bay probably winning by 17-20 is where I kind of sketched out to the end. Over under 40.5. I do somehow think that will be perilously close, but just under, just barely under. 69% of America says the Buccaneers too. I thought that would more be like 80.
Right.
So, but Tampa Bay hasn't garnered respect for that yet, so I guess maybe people are feeling that, and maybe Carolina will feel like nobody cares about us or expects us to do crap anymore, and they throw a big fight. But
I mean, Tampa Bay did play a terrible game last week.
yeah, I think
But
Brady's mad now.
Right
so-
now, I mean, it doesn't matter. The Saints don't look good.
no.
And, I mean, they've got, them and the Falcons are tied for the top of the league right now, or top of the division right now.
Yeah.
They've got to do something to start separating themselves because they can't beat the Saints, obviously. They haven't been able to the last few years.
Giants, the G-Men. They're on the road to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's 2-4. The Giants surprising 5-1. 5-1 against the spread, speaking of that, too. Jacksonville's just 2-4. Now, here you got Jacksonville favored by a field goal. Over under 42. I don't know what Jacksonville ever did, and I'm not a Giants fan, to ever be favored again after that Houston debacle at home. And then kind of that fadeaway showing at Indy last week, Preston. What do you got?
I've got a very easy bet for me right here.
Yes.
I'll take the Giants. Because, again, if Jacksonville wins, I win because they get off my Eagles' tail. And we're 2 games up in the division. But, honestly, I don't think that Jacksonville can stop the Giants. I think Saquon Barkley's going to have a really good game for all you fantasy players out there. And I'll take the over. I'll take the Giants in the over.
Giants in the over.
Yep.
All right. Preston says that. Mock,
I'm going G-Man.
he's going the G-Men.
Yep, I think they're tough. I know that you don't want to hear that, but they're tough this year.
Now, what I call them is the Giants are the fake ID of the NFL. They're running through a pretty easy set of their schedule, but now it's going to get tougher later in the year, and they might prove me wrong, but here's my thing. Defensively, they're pretty good. I'll give them that. Offensively, if somebody figures out how to stop Saquon or at least limit him and force him to throw, but there hasn't been a defense that was forcing that until they played the Cowboys a couple of weeks ago, and you've seen how that worked out.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you knew that one loss was to.
Oh, I know. It's unbelievable. And not only was it to the Cowboys, it was the Cooper Rush-led Cowboys, too. Not the Dak Prescott Cowboys, which I'm not saying so much better, but it is better.
Huh.
The G-Men, they got a chance. The record obviously is going to keep them in the playoff hunt, but I think they start fading a little bit once they run into a defense that can slow or stop Saquon down.
They have no run. They have no receivers.
With all
That's
that
the
being
issue.
said, Giants, I'm taking all day, especially when you're giving me 3 points at Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'll take him on the money line. I don't even need the 3 points.
Dumpster fire alert here. Cleveland Browns 2-4 against the Ravens 3-3. The Ravens can't seem to keep a lead anymore, and the Cleveland Browns can't seem to win anymore. 2-4 against the spread for Cleveland. 2-3-1 for the Ravens. Baltimore's favored just under a touchdown here at 6.5. Over/unders 45.5. Preston.
I will take Baltimore. I don't think Cleveland. I mean, that 2-4 record, their 2 wins. Who they beat? Carolina. One of them. I mean, that doesn't even count, does it?
No, not really.
Yeah, no,
So,
not really. Not
I mean,
today.
Cleveland's going to run the ball. They tried to run it last week. Obviously, New England snuffed that out and stopped it right away, and then there's not much else for their offense to do. But I think Baltimore gets straight, as long as Lamar Jackson plays. I know he was questionable, but I think he's going to play. As long as he plays, I don't see it being an issue. I think they win easy.
You got it.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I'm going with Baltimore. Like I said, Cleveland, I don't care who they have for a quarterback. Running for their life. Doesn't matter. They go ahead and put the brown bags back on them.
Yeah,
I'm going Ravens.
Week 11 can't come soon enough for him, I guess, and see what happens. I got Baltimore. I'll give up the 6.5.
I like the under.
What the Browns get hurt with the most, the run game, that's all Baltimore does, and they do it pretty good. And I just haven't seen Cleveland come back and score on teams when they get down. So Baltimore might be safe with the lead this time around at home. Over under 45.5 though. I do like the under here because they're both going to run the clock out.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, late afternoon games. The Jets, Jets, some defense now, Mark. They're at the Denver Donkeys. They're 2-4. 4-2 for the Jets, kind of surprising there. Jets 4-2 against the spread. Broncos 2-4. So their record
is right on where it's supposed
right
to be.
where it's supposed to be. Denver is somehow favored by a point. I guess the mile high air there. Over under for an NFL game of 38. Preston. Woo.
38. That just shows how bad they think Russell Westbrook is. Or Russell Westbrook.
Oh, you're right.
Wilson.
Either way.
I think Russell Westbrook could probably come in and throw more touchdowns than Russell Wilson right now.
But Russell Westbrook, Russell Wilson, Russell Stover,
Look,
whatever you got.
You pay me half of what you paid him, I'll still give you the same offensive production. Just give me a call when y'all need a real quarterback. Yeah, I don't understand.
I'd pay to see that.
Look, I'll do it.
Real quarterback.
You give me $130 million, I'll come in there and act like I'm a real quarterback. I mean,
Okay.
I couldn't do much worse than he's doing, right?
You're right, Mark.
I'm going to go with, I know it's going to shock you.
Denver?
No.
No.
Oh,
he's
I'm
going with the Jets.
I'm going to go with the Jets. Yep.
Jets.
Denver, I said at the beginning of the season when we were going through how we think they're going to do, I said Russell's going to be running for his life. And
You're
that's
right.
exactly what he's doing. And he's not he can't throw it to anybody. He doesn't have any protection. And that's not changing this coming week. I'm not saying the Jets have a strong defense, but they have enough to make him scramble. That's all you need.
He doesn't throw to any open receivers. Have you seen the pictures of how many open receivers he's had to throw the ball at, and he tries to throw it in double and triple coverage instead?
And they're getting upset. They're coming over to the sideline. They're upset, and that's what's going to start the downfall of Mr. Wilson.
His
in
vision is terrible
Denver.
right now.
Yeah.
I didn't see this coming. I thought Russell Wilson being quarterback was going to be a huge upgrade for Denver. I didn't think they were going Super Bowl or nothing crazy like that, but there's something wrong with either him physically or
Mentally.
you know what, here's what I'm going to guess right now. He is hurt now. First 2-3 games though, this coach seems overmatched to me. Like the moment is too big for him to be a head coach in the NFL. That's just what it looks like to me, from the play calling to decision making, uses of timeouts, uses of the clock.
Oh, man, the clock management's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick a 62-yard field goal, instead of Russell Wilson. Next week, I'm going to go Russell Wilson. The other week, I could send this to overtime at home, but I'm going to go for it for 4th and goal at the 5 in overtime. I just scratched my head like, if he is making all those calls, they suck. And until that thing changes, I'm going to go with the Jets, too, because they're on a roll.
Yeah. Well, I think Denver's too far behind. I mean, even at 2-4, I still think they're too far behind to catch up in their division. I mean, I don't understand. They might not win 2 more games the whole rest of the year. I don't think they can beat anybody in their division.
No, they're the worst.
Even the Raiders, I don't think they can beat right now.
No, but they're the worst scoring team in the whole league.
Right.
And how do you win games? Score some points, right?
One way or the other,
Well,
defense or offense.
Over under 38 shows that they don't feel like they can score points.
No, but I will do this. Alert, I'm going over.
I am too. I've got the Jets and the over written down right here.
Yep. I think they go ahead and let a couple of garbage time touchdowns from Denver make it look good at the end, but get it over. Houston Texans, I'm not sure what can make them look good. They're 1-3-1. They're against the Raiders 1-4, so this is kind of the pooper of the
this is the afternoon game that will not be on TV.
No, Vegas, though. At the Battle of the Crap, they say the Vegas 7-point favorites here with the over-under 45.5. Texans, though, for the credit, 3-1-1 against the spread, where Vegas is only 2-3, Preston. So Houston's not winning, but they're staying close.
Yeah, and I think Vegas has the better team. I think that they've been in games they were supposed to win and just gave it away at the end. Travis Kelce scored 4 touchdowns against them. The only reason that Kansas City beat them. And I think playing at home, I like Vegas. And I'll take the over 45 because they're going to let the other team score. Houston's definitely going to let Vegas score, and Vegas just like, we don't want to blow y'all out too bad. I'll let you score too. But I think they cover the 7.
Mark?
I'm going to go Vegas again, the Raiders again this week.
Yeah, right now Vegas got 58% of the bets to 42%, and they got my bet too. I'm not going to feel great about it.
Yeah,
but I'll go ahead and take Vegas because I think it's desperation time again, and they're coming off a bye week.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I guess Houston is too. So battle of the bye weeks happening here.
Yeah.
Down in Vegas. Yeah. By the way, just because I thought this was interesting, I forgot to tell you, but the Ravens and Baltimore is pretty much split, 54-46 Ravens.
The Ravens and Baltimore are split? That's good.
Yeah, they're split.
I'd split them together too.
And the Browns are actually at 46, yeah. So they don't know if the Baltimore or the Ravens are going to win, but they're pretty sure the Browns are not.
That's right.
All right. Good Lord. All right, Here we go. The next game on the Seattle. Seattle's 3-3, Chargers 4-2, so they're getting down to L.A. here. Chargers are 6-point favorites over under a 51. 3-3 against the spread for the Seahawks, 4-2 for those Chargers there. Preston, what do you got?
Man, I remember when I was here earlier in the season that you were not a Geno Smith believer.
I was not.
Are you a Geno Smith believer now?
I'm just not as much of a hater anymore.
No, okay, that works. I mean, I still don't think they're going to win this game.
I mean, they are 3-3, so it's not like he's on fire.
No, but he has been playing pretty well. Their defense is not very good, but he's been playing pretty well.
You know what it is. He's not throwing the picks. He's usually good for 2 fumbles and 3 interceptions a game, and he's not doing that this year.
Right. Well, Kenneth Walker in the backfield's helping out a lot.
Yeah. So I guess I know where you're leaning here.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Chargers. Got him again.
Oh, are you?
A little rope-a-dope.
Wow, you roped
him again. Playing at home. I think the Chargers are the better team. I think that they're going to give Kansas City a run for their money down the stretch to win the division. So they have to win. If they're going to give Kansas City a run, they're going to have to win this game.
Did we test? Did we test when they get on the show?
I don't know because he must have forgot to watch last. Was it Sunday night's game or Monday night's game against the Broncos? And they had to go to overtime in that game.
They did what they had to do to win.
That wasn't Kansas City to go overtime, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, Kansas City should have lost that game. So, I mean, you could go either way with that.
Yeah, what do you got,
I'm
Mark?
going with the Chargers.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. Well, Seahawks, you know what? I don't buy him.
All right, well,
I don't buy him.
I'm going to take the Seahawks. I'm going to take the 6 points, and 86% of America is on board, so I'm in trouble.
You are.
But 86% of the money wagered is currently on the Seahawks, which is crazy for the 6.
Yeah, speaking of which.
Kansas
City.
Oh,
they're
City.
next.
They're next. Chiefs on the road to the Niners. Now, word is if Christian McCaffrey plays at all, it'll be a very small set of plays. I don't think that this is
goal line.
Into the line much. Hasn't seemed to move the line much anyway.
All right.
3-3 against the spread. That's the same record for the Niners here. Kansas City, a road favorite here. 2.5 over-unders 48.5. Preston, what do you got on the Chiefs and the 49ers.
I think it'll be the best game of the day. I think it'll be a lot of, I do. I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch. Kansas City has a little trouble with running teams, and 49ers are probably the best running team in the country. So
It got even better, huh?
yeah, it just made it a little better. The Niners defense is good. They're just as good as the Bills, I think. So I think that they're going to hold old Mahomes in check a little bit, kind of like Buffalo did last week. But I think a late field goal gives me Kansas City. But I have taken the under. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points scored.
So I'm a little confused. Who are you taking again?
He's taking Kansas City.
Kansas City, I think they win with a late field goal.
He likes to do the rope-a-dope.
I think that it'll be a good game. I think that the defense will hold Mahomes in check, but you know how he just likes to win games at the end. So
No, I know.
Field goal at the end wins.
I just heard a lot of gargling all over it. Yeah, 49ers got a great run, and Kansas City can't stop the run, and I'm going to take the Chiefs.
That's right.
That's what I got out of that. Mark?
Well, I think San Francisco may have a great running option. However, when they get so far behind, who gets to throwing the ball around whippity-doo-dah?
Mahomes?
For the 49ers.
Garoppolo?
Yep. And there's a good chance he'll step out of bounds again in the end zone. Why not? That's his forte, so to speak. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
My goodness. He did it one time.
And
like
One
80
time?
starts.
That's right.
You could do it again.
That's just unacceptable. Unacceptable for a professional quarterback to not know where
Sanchez is
the
going
end
to
zone's at.
fumble every time he gets in the game.
All right.
So I go Chiefs.
Here you go.
No.
80% of the money's on the Chiefs. They're laying the wood. They're at the 2.5.
So you going 49ers?
I'm going 49ers.
There it is.
Right.
Because here, Preston nailed it.
Oh.
49ers run really good. Kansas City has a hard time stopping that. They're shorting the game down. Long story short, that's going to shorten the game down. And outside of Bosa, there's probably going to have their starting defense back in where when they played Atlanta, they did not. They basically had a bunch of second and third string teamers. Now, here's the thing that does worry me a little bit. They don't get pressure on Mahomes and let him take 5-6 seconds to throw the ball. Kansas City's going to blow them out.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm taking the 49ers and give me the 2.5.
Oh, man.
Sunday night game, the Steelers 2-4 on the season against the Miami Dolphins. They're 3-3. They get Tua back this week. That's what it's looking anyway. Miami's a touchdown favorite here, over under a 45. 3-3 against the spread so far against for the Miami Dolphins. 2-3-1 for the Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh coming off a good game last week against those Buccaneers there, Preston. Is that carryover? Kenny Pickett looks like he's going to play.
It absolutely does not. Tua's back.
Be able to do it.
Yeah, Tua's back. They're going to open the offense up. Playing at home Sunday night prime time. I think they're going to kind of make a statement saying, "Look, Tua's back. Our offense is back. We're going to come out here and, lay the smack down to this Pittsburgh team."
Lay the smacketh.
Yep.
All right.
I threw that in because I know Shane doesn't like wrestling.
That's right.
Here, yeah, let me eat a booger real quick. Oh, I like wrestling. All right. Mark?
I'm going Miami. I think Miami wins if the quarterback can stay in the game the whole time. If the quarterback gets knocked
Tua?
out again,
Tua.
Tua, Talapi, whatever. If he can stay in Pittsburgh, not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a
Is
chance.
this the same not a chance last week against Tampa Bay? Is that same not a chance?
Yes. I didn't realize that Tampa Bay had such a problem.
Give me the Steelers. I'll take the touchdown.
Oh.
I don't think if Kenny Pickett plays now, if it's Mitch Trubisky, I'm going the other way.
You can't have it that way. Right now, you're making you bet right now.
Well, Pickett's supposed to play, so I'm going to go ahead and take. No,
All
I
right.
think Miami wins, but I think Tua is going to be a little rusty to start with. I think he's going to have some happy feet, and I honestly believe that they're smart down there. They try to establish the run and not put him in so many spots where he's going to take hits from
Yes.
Pittsburgh's defense. That's just my thought. High-scoring game, I'm going over.
Yeah, I like
Actually,
the over
I
as well.
like that out of all of it is the over as compared to that point spread.
Well, I think Miami will score 35 of themselves. So
They might. I
I
mean,
think that's why-
Pittsburgh's
that's why I like
secondary is brutal. I'll give you that. They're
Well,
brutal.
what did Josh Allen put up 300 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half against
Yeah.
their
They
defense?
did,
And it's,
but what Brady put up against them?
well,
He had some mental issues.
Brady's got a lot more problems in Tampa Bay than
He's got 99 problems in it. Anyway.
Yes.
All right. Monday Night Football. New England. They're hosting the Chicago Bears. Bears 2-4. Patriots are 3-3 right here. 2-3-1 against the spread for the Bears. 3-2-1 for the Patriots. New England. Almost the biggest spread of the week here. -8. Their second biggest, I believe, behind Tampa this week. What do you like, Preston? Monday night game.
well, We talked earlier what New England did to Detroit with and they had a good offense. Chicago's offense is horrible.
Yes.
And I think that they probably get blanked. I think that New England probably wins at 21 or 28-0. So I like the under and I like the Patriots.
All right.
Mark?
I'm going Patriots as well. I don't think Chicago has any shot. I'm about to say Green Bay.
Green Bay, Chicago.
Green Bay, Chicago.
Same
thing.
conference, you know.
Green Chicago.
Green Chicago.
Yeah, if I could lock this game, I would, but it's a Monday night game.
Right.
-8. I like the under. I think this is going to be a 31 to, or maybe not 31, maybe 27, 28 to
Nothing.
13.
So you going Bears and
Barely?
You
Or
going Bears?
12, 10.
28-13
I know that
puts you
barely
over.
gets you over by half a
So
point.
that puts you
It's gonna
over.
be close.
going Bears?
No, I'm going New England. I'm going New England. I just don't. I don't know what the Bears' identity is other than Justin Fields scrambling for his life. And if you give Bill Belichick a chance at it, it's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a bad Monday night game, I have a feeling, to even watch. So you could probably skip that.
I mean, who put the Bears on Monday night?
Oh, by the way, Dolphins are 58% of the money garnered to 42 for the Steelers, but the Bears game, it's 81-19 for the Patriots. So 81% of the money.
Does it 19% live in Chicago?
It probably does.
Okay, I'm just checking.
And maybe a few in Green Bay.
Yeah.
He's marking. All right, so now it's
Chicago Packers.
It's time for everybody's favorite game show.
What is it?
It's the Pick Six.
It's Pick Six time,
It's
Paul.
Pick Six time. So here's
Pick
what we do,
six.
everybody. We pick 6 games on the Sunday slate only. No Monday night game.
No Monday for you.
Dang it.
Against the spread. You get a point for every one you get right, and then once everybody gives their picks, we go back and give one lock selection or our best bet. You get double points if you get that right. If Preston here beats one of us, he gets a $25 food comp, just like he needs that right now.
I do
because
like to
he probably
eat.
has a well, I know, yeah, that's probably true. But you probably have your own way to get food around here. I would
Well, you
guess.
know.
You always can take everybody else's cash, though, right?
That's right.
All right. If he beats both of us, it's $50. And as you can tell, he already got his T-shirt.
Yes.
I did.
Because he was a contestant before.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys had such big heads. I knew you did, but then I saw it on the shirt, and I was like, man, they get really big heads.
Especially that forehead of the guy there.
Yeah, we're right by your heart. You just want us by your heart.
Right.
All right, so Preston, you are the guest. You want to go first, second, or third in this bad boy?
Last time I went first, so I think I'm going to go last this time.
You're
I
gonna
figure
go last this
if I
time,
can listen
huh?
to Mark's picks, I'll at least get 5 right. So
You're going to need all of them this week. You're going to need them all this week, fella.
All right, you got Mark. You got your set.
I do.
Ready to go?
On this one, it's just everything all at once. So you ready? You don't even have to
Well,
do no
it's-
typing.
I do.
You do what?
I do because you had some things not quite right in there in the misspelling.
Oh, no. I got to try to find my picks again.
Here, you can look off if you want.
Is that what I had?
That's what you had.
Perfect. All right.
Shane just made your picks for you. You're
He
going out
did.
with 6.
I appreciate that. Let's see. It
Yeah,
says
since
here.
you don't have one.
It says here I'm taking Dallas at -7.
You are.
All right. Now I'm going to Atlanta +6.5. Why am I taking Atlanta?
Because they haven't been beat yet.
Not against the spread.
That's what I meant.
Yep. And I'm taking the G-Man, New York Giants +3.
And that, oh, yeah, okay.
What's the matter?
No, we talked about that a little before. I don't want to give out the best bets of the week yet.
Okay, well, I won't give you my best bet of the week yet. Here
All right.
comes Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, -2.5. And this is going to shock you, I know, because it was tough for me to even
Oh, my goodness.
say it. The Jets.
Jets.
Was that say +1 or +7?
+1. You're
Dang.
getting 7. Get
I need you to calm down over there. Just because you can't read your own handwriting.
No, that's not my handwriting. That's his handwriting. I thought it was an alternate spread. And then I'm going the Raiders -7.
Vegas -7.
-7.
All right. So to recap Mark's picks here, we
Boom.
Dallas -7. We got Atlanta. He's getting some points there at 6.5. The Giants, G-Men get 3. Kansas City giving up 2.5. Jets get 1. And the Raiders -7.
You know what that represents?
The 2 wins you're going to get?
The 2 points I'm going to get. I hope to get 3.
Well, I hope the 2 that you get are the same 2 games that we have because
Think so? I don't know. I'm always kind of curious because, with the bye weeks and stuff, the games get a little condensed. But I think I know what you want or what you're going to get anyway or pick. At least 2 of them anyway. So
yeah,
right.
probably.
All right, well, for me.
He's going to pick the Eagles.
No, I'm not going to pick the
Not you, him.
Oh,
Preston's going to pick the Eagles.
I can't lose picking the Eagles this week.
Oh, yeah, you can. That's 0 points.
Yeah, that's 0
Hey,
points. All right.
I look like Mr. Wilson.
You do.
Or
Just
like
kinda
our
looking over
last
the
our
fence.
last high riser, Nick.
All right, first one. I'm hoping I'm right here. I hope he's ready to roll, and that thumb is exactly as advertised, but I like the Cowboys. I'll go ahead and lay the 7 points on that one. Tennessee Titans, give me that as well. They've had a week to prepare. They're under a field goal favorite at just -2.5, so I like them at home against the Colts, who, as Preston said, can be a little Jekyll and Hyde, and they were good last week, so maybe they'll be on the opposite side this week. If you don't do it this week, I'll never pick them again. And I know it's a lot of points to give up, but I'm taking Tampa Bay minus that 11. They ought to be hot, pissed off.
Yeah.
Carolina's tanking. They probably don't really want to play, and they really don't want to win games. So hopefully they can lay that wood down there and win this time. And this one made me throw up a bit in my mouth. But we talked about it before.
Oh, my
I
God,
just
Washington.
feel like anybody Jacksonville's laying points to, I like the opposite side because they screwed me on that Houston game a couple of weeks ago when they were favorites at home. And not only did they lose, they got whooped by Houston, which is their only win so far this year. How about that?
G-Men.
New York Jets. I like it. Donkeys are not playing very good right now, and until they do, I can no longer be on them. Matter of fact, I did take, and I barely covered last. I had to go to the money line, but I took the Chargers money line last week. Never really sweating that. And then finally, this is probably the one that gets the most eyebrows from everybody, according to when I said it the first time. You know who that could be, Mark?
Washington?
Well, no.
Oh.
The Niners.
Seattle.
Oh.
Oh, my
Give me the
God.
6.
Hang on a second.
Give me the 6. Are you going to put the dookie on there?
Oh, what's there?
Yeah. All right. So mine is Dallas -7. I got Tennessee laying 2.5 at home. Tampa Bay -11 on the road. Giants getting 3. Yeah, dookie picks. They might be. To be honest with you, none of these I feel so great about that I would lay a lot of money on. The Jets is probably the closest to it, but spoiler alert, it's not going to be my lock. Seattle's probably my longest reach out of that group.
We have 3 of the same picks.
I know.
Oh, well,
And
here's the
you
bad
only
part.
ever get 2 right. So.
Here's the bad part because I have 3 of the same picks as you as well.
Oh, no.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah.
Whoops, that's not the right one.
So this is really going to be close as far as
Right.
who you win or not win against. All right, Parlay Preston's picks.
There we go. I'm going with the Dolphins, -7.
Miami Dolphins -7, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Dolphins -7. I've got the Chargers
Charges.
-6.
Now let me ask you this: what's the alternate line that you would take on that game?
6.
That's all the more he feels confident.
all right. I
Just
just
6.
wondered-
Don't give me no more than that.
Well, the reason I ask is because it gets my kind of long shot there in Seattle. So I was
Yeah.
just wondering how bad you thought that might have got whooped there.
No. 6 is
right.
fine. I like the over. Like I said, I like the over, or the under, I mean.
All right.
Next up, I have the Cowboys.
Oh my goodness.
I told
All
you.
right. I know. You win either way.
Yep.
Probably in that one. All right.
The Titans,
Oh.
-2.5.
That's one of your picks.
I gotta admit, I didn't think that was actually going to make your official selection.
Oh, yeah. I like the Titans. And here's the other one I picked the same as you. I like Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Wow.
If they can't cover 11 points against a team that just gave their whole roster away, they should. In a game that they have to win to take over first place in their division, they should.
You're right.
should be.
Yeah.
And the last one, I've got the Raiders.
Oh,
The
you're gonna
Raiders.
lay that 7, that tutty at home.
I am. I think coming off the bye week, they kind of fixed something. Because, like I said, they've been in all their games. So
All right, he's going to take the Dolphins -7 recapping. He's got a lot of favorites here.
All
Matter of fact,
favorites.
nobody getting points in
All
Preston's
favorites.
world. Chargers -6, Dallas -7, Tennessee -2.5, Tampa Bay -11, and the Raiders -7. So
There
now
it is.
we'll go in reverse order. Out of all those,
All right.
who's the best bet for Preston?
you're welcome, Shane.
Dallas?
Cowboys -7.
Oh,
Like I said-
boy.
Oh, no. Like I said, I've got them at 14-17. I'd take an alternate spread on this game. I think they win easily.
You think they win easily. So your best bet is the Cowboys -7. There it is. Everybody, we got locked and stocked.
All right.
Sorry, all my Philly fans. I had to do it.
Where do you want to go to me next, Mark?
Yep, that's you.
All right, let me pull myself up here so I can get that in there. My best bet? Hate to do this, but I'm going to take Tennessee as my best bet.
throw that graphic up.
-10. All right, that way I can.
There you go.
You got it. You got a visual representation, huh?
Yeah, that's right. I like to go through and take a screenshot of these so there's no hokey pokey going, you wrote it down wrong.
Oh well. All right.
Oh, but you just happened to lose my screenshot I sent you in the email last week. I see how this.
Yeah, you must be in my spam folder.
There we go. Is that all right?
Are you typing in on Preston's?
I did first, but that was all. I took it off.
Oh, I get 4 best bets. Thanks.
Yeah, you do. That's
do.
awesome.
So I'm going to take Tennessee. There it is. It's up on the top.
Oh,
Tennessee
yep.
took it. All right, best bet. Let's put
Slap at it.
There it is. There's my best bet. 2.5.
Oh, hang on. There's something else we got to put up there.
Oh my goodness. Here comes the Dookie emoji.
Get up. Boop. There we go. Screenshot. All right.
All right. Last but not least.
Oh, yes. All right.
All right.
My picks, I'm going to go with the Chiefs as my pick of the week.
Ooh. And one of the best games of the week. He's going to take him as his best bet as well.
Yep. I was afraid of the Tampa game because I don't know if Tampa's going to win by 11.
So let's see. So you've got the Raiders and Dallas as your 2 wins, and everybody else loses this week.
I hope not,
Based on
because
your
now that
double?
you got Dallas as your lock, I don't want that. I want everybody but Dallas. I'll go ahead and take Dallas to lose, and I'll win the rest of them.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so there it is, everybody. That's your pick 6 for week number 8 in the National Football League. We got updated standings, or you want to put those up or no?
Oh, we do. Let's take a look. See here. You mean for the, let's see,
pick
which
6
one
game?
would it be? Is it the leaderboard? Pick 6 leaders? Is
It
that
should
it?
be.
There it is.
All right, let's put it up.
Bada boom.
There
Currently.
we are right now. Point spread Shane. That'd be me, 19.5. Average
Somebody got a
Joe's.
red challenge flag I can throw.
No.
Nope. Moneyline Mark. He broke the mold, though. He got 3 last week.
I did.
And the high risers only had 2 weeks, but even there, they're averaging a paltry 2.5 points
Yes.
per week.
Yes.
So there are your pick
Paltry.
6. Paltry.
Oh, hey.
All right, we got anything else going, Marcellus?
No, I think after, well, no, it won't be this week. No, it won't be after this week, but we will start keeping track of the Average Joe's top 5 once we get
players.
5 different Average Joes.
Oh, I
now,
gotcha.
it's not total points. It's just going to be the points, the most points. So, like, you've been on here twice, so if you accidentally beat the 3 points you had last time, then it would be 4. So then 4 would be your pick, not 7. So,
Well, it's going to be tough to catch up then.
yeah, because
I'm pretty sure OC had a really good week.
Yeah, OC's
did.
number 1. So
5-1.
I don't think anybody is going to be able to beat.
to do it.
No, I mean, we'll see.
It won't be this week.
We'll see.
All right, well, thanks for joining us this week
Absolutely.
again.
I love it.
The Average Joe.
Anytime.
And
Thank you
also,
for having me.
he fills in for us, too. That's Parlay Preston, everybody.
Parlay Preston,
Sporting
thank you
out
very much.
the gear.
Yes.
Showing it out.
We already had somebody ask where they can buy those shirts. We feel good this week.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's right. Well, we should charge like $30 and sign them.
I know. We just made lunch today. If we could
If you
figure
charge
that out.
$30 and sign them, you lose value.
Oh no, we're near and dear to your heart.
Yeah. we'll
Right
si-
now, you are, I guess.
So we'll sign that shirt for you if both of us beat you. That's our
Yeah.
win.
How's
Okay.
that?
That
both of us
sounds
beat
good.
you.
Yeah, that should be
we
the
get to
thing.
sign the shirt.
Yeah, we give them a shirt, and if we both beat them,
You embroider the back of it with the Dookie emoji.
oh, that'd be sweet.
All right, man.
All right.
You good to go?
Good to go.
All right, thanks everybody for watching us. Keep in mind we do recordings on Monday and Fridays right here inside the Bentley Sportsbook, inside Southland Casino and Hotel. About noon Central Time. Come join us, watch the show, have a couple of laughs. If you want to be on the Average Joe's portion of the broadcast, see this ugly guy over here. He'll get you lined up. I think we're pretty much through Thanksgiving with the guests, I think, at this
Yes.
point, right? But
That's right. I think
still
we're
plenty-
almost. I'd have to look, but yep, we're close.
Still plenty of spots left for December, and we'll carry this through. And even when football's done, we'll be doing the Pick 6 with basketball selections as well. So
Whew, that's
About
gonna
that
be
time.
rough.
it is about that time. NBA's done tipped off.
Grizzlies
So
got a big win the other night.
They do. And my Mavericks choked up another big lead.
Oh, well.
Great. Just like last year. I felt like we never even had a summer. All right. On behalf of Moneyline Mark, I'm Point Spread Shane. Parlay Preston is
Appreciate
with us
it.
as well. And we'll see you on the next episode of The Odds Brothers. Like, subscribe all over the YouTube stuff.
That's right. Click
And
it.
get notifications
Gotta
when
go
we're
click,
back
click,
on
click.
the air. Click, click, click,
Click,
click,
click,
click.
click, click.
Ready?
All right. Yep. Ready.
Pots
Win
it
some
out.
money this weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank Thank you for listening to the Odds Brothers Podcast.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Presented by the Bentley Sportsbook. Place your sports bets here from inside Southland Casino or from anywhere in Arkansas at southland.bentley.com.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Be sure to follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. Keep in mind, in Arkansas, you must be 21 or older and located in Arkansas to bet. Please play responsibly. For help quitting, call 1-800-522-4700.